Hi, my name is James, and I'm a grateful recovering addict and alcoholic. Tonight, we're going to have you call in and talk about you while I listen and practice listening. Let me make sure I got the line up here. Okay, members. Anyway, I stream live here at Sober James channel on YouTube at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every weeknight. The number is on the screen. Feel free to call and share your experience. I have a feeling I know who's going to call in, but then again, I don't know everything. I barely know anything. But that was the best thing that could have happened to me, was realizing that I don't know as much as I think I know. And that's basically what cured my what treats my alcoholism, knowing that I don't know, knowing that it's my thinking is the problem. And I wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for listening to someone else. Chill. Listening is powerful. I practice it every day at Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. I just got back from one. Right now I'm listening to my dog bark at nothing. Or maybe it's a ghost. Maybe she doesn't know who I'm talking to. But essentially, I've been doing this podcast every day for 8 months. Before that, I've been doing it since 2020, when we had to stay in our homes and weren't able to connect with people live. Hey, Miss Ford, would you like to call in? Michael, I think I heard you say that you would like to call in yesterday. We had an interesting caller yesterday. Somebody please call in before we get some randos. What's up, Michael? What's up, Tina Hinkle? Ray Finkel? I'm testing it out. I'm putting the phone number out there to see what's popping. If anyone would like to call in and talk. I'm so lonely. No, I just got back from an AA meeting, and I choose to listen sometimes and get over myself and what I want to say and sound so smart and sound so funny, and I just choose to listen. And listening is like a superpower. I'm learning. I'm learning so much from listening to people. Most of the stuff that I share on here, I have. Chill out. I've heard from other people. That's the power of shared experience. It's shared experience. It's no longer singular. It's no longer a monologue in your mind. It's a dialogue. I heard that about an hour ago at the meeting I just came from. She was talking about how she used to have monologues with God. Now she has dialogues. Mono meaning one. Die, I think Latin for two. I say the wrong thing by accident all the time. Went to the doctor today, found out I'm type 2 diabetic. I'm sorry to hear that, Tina. Now you can now you're not only allergic to alcohol, you're allergic to sugar. Well, there's a lot of sugar in alcohol, so it's good that you found out. What's up, Joe Shaves? This is Rule 62. There are no rules of Alcoholics Anonymous, but this was a novelty rule. Don't take yourself too damn serious. Rule 62 in Alcoholics Anonymous. Well, don't be shy now, people. I put the phone number. It's pinned at the top of the chat. Give me a call. Be brave. Be courageous. I have the volume set and the music off. Does the sound weird? I don't know what I'm doing. Caused this mess myself. Go ahead and be first, Michael. Courage is one of the 12 principles of Alcoholics Anonymous and recovery. Courage, moving forward, regardless of fear, regardless of the committee talking in your head. Ignore the committee and do something that scares you. I'm sure we've all heard that before. Do something that scares you every day. Well, some things that scare me, I might be getting too old for. I got a bad back and I had to cancel on my rafting trip tomorrow. Class 4 rapids. It's been raining for 7 days and 7 nights. And I got a old back injury. I had back surgery. And I've been pushing to the limit all my life. And sometimes I'll hurt my back and regret it. So I've actually been learning to say no in recovery, which is a sign that of humility. And believe it or not, your ego wants to please people. My ego wants to please people and therefore won't say no, without giving explanations and giving I'm sorries and shit like that. Well, it's like this, man. I'm 43 and I have to preserve my back injury, so I don't want to go on a 5-hour rafting trip after it's rained for 7 days and 7 nights on class 4 rapids. I'm sure it would be okay, or maybe it wouldn't, but could I call in this week sometime? Noah, you can call in right now. No time like the present, buddy. I put the phone number up at that. It's pinned up on the. You can call in right now, Noah. It's pinned right at the top of the chat. Until anybody calls in, it's just me talking again. Which I know, I know it's awesome. I know when I speak, I know. Yeah, sorry to hear you got diabetes, type 2, Tina. That's some bullshit. Metformin dietary changes. And also try to find pancreas from the cow at the local butcher shop, fix it up and eat it. It really works. Wow. Isn't the pancreas involved in diabetes or processing of sugar? Joe's smart. Anyway, in case you're just joining us, I put the phone number that you can call right now into the live stream and be live. That's your ego, Noah, that's scared to call. Believe it or not, when we're scared to speak in front of people, when we're scared to be seen or heard, that is our ego. Everyone thinks a big ego means you're very confident, cocky, and not scared of anything. That's false. The ego is very scared of not being. The ego is scared of losing stuff that is an illusion, to be honest. When I discovered my ego, I basically became human again. Joe Shaves, alcoholic, sober since December 1st, 2019. Good for you, Joe. Miss Hashtag Holly Ford is going to call in to show all you men up. Mr. Ford go first. You better call her Mr. Ford. She's being more of a man than you buys. Miss Hashtag Holly Ford is a longtime viewer, subscriber, a longtime friend at this point, and the only moderator on the channel. Mediator. Oh, Freeland's here. I only try to help this Polish Ashkenazi BS Worldly Bees trying to throw me in jail, and I didn't even play this game. How come I never know what you're talking about, Freeland? My parents, they can hear me. Well, there is a phrase in the Bible, the biggest of big books, I would guess, although I'm not familiar with a lot of it. Oh, here we go. Oh, can you guys hear that? Oh, you can't hear it.
Call from Holly Ford. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yes. Hey, Miss Hashtag Holly Ford.
Hello?
Hello, can everyone hear hashtag?
Yeah, that's trippy because I was like watching the stream on my phone while it was dialing. That was weird.
How you doing? Thanks for calling in. I think I might do this more often.
Yeah, it's fun. That one last night I listened to it. It was very interesting.
Yeah, he's on the stream right now, Freeland.
Oh, he seems to have a lot to say. He should call in.
No.
But not before like everyone else calls in, whoever wants to.
No, having a lot to say is not always that beneficial.
Yeah.
518 is upstate New York, Joe Shaves. Hey, what's up, JV? Dean's List. Tina Hinkle, this is a call-in show. We are practicing listening. So go ahead, Miss Ford. Tell us your life story. Tell us everything. Your social security number, your address. Tell us everything on the internet.
Well, I went on a little like vacay by myself yesterday, and today I'm staying at this condo. It's really nice. My parents had reservations, but they both got COVID, so I went instead. It's been nice, but like I didn't bring anything with me as far as like. Never mind, I won't get into that. But
you're on a mini vacay.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear Holly Ford all right? Is there any distortion? How's my sound, Venturini? Well, Holly, you've given Noah the courage to call after you, apparently. Holly's on a miniature vacation.
Yes.
Yeah. You have.
I'm trying to quit smoking weed, so I didn't bring any with me. And I know you can't get like a physical dependence on it, but it's like just I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, that's the mental obsession.
Horrible. I went and bought like a Black and Mild to smoke and pretend that's what it was.
Yeah, well, tell us more about that because, yeah, Daniel Kopic insists, and might be right, I'm not too sure, that cannabis THC is also physically addictive. But I've always known it is mentally addictive, habit forming, dependence forming, because we start to depend on it to be our dopamine release and serotonin and whatever all those feel good chemicals are. How long?
Yeah, like I just like at the end of every day, it's like constantly in my mind. I get to smoke after I get everything done or whatever, and yeah. But now I can't do that because I can't buy any weed here. I'm in a different state. So.
Oh boy. So it's been a day or so?
Going on 48 hours.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Is it affecting your sleep or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't say that. I've been sleeping pretty good, but yeah. Were you going to ask me something?
Do you think this will, well, you're not doing it on purpose. You get along fine with weed, from what I understand.
I really do, but I think I at least needed like a tolerance break, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah,
maybe
I get everything done with the cannabis.
maybe this is God doing for you what you can't do for yourself, or whatever they say.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, that's pretty dope. No pun intended.
But I guess I'll get off of here. I just wanted to call and say what's up. And I'm excited to see who else calls in.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you for setting the tone, and I'm proud of you for accidentally not smoking weed.
Thank you. And Noah, it's your turn to call in.
Yeah, Noah, you're up. All right. Thank you, Holly.
Okay, see you.
All right. Freeland, you've been put on timeout because you're being rude. And that is another thing I've gained in the recovery from addiction is the ability to set boundaries. For anybody that's interested. Thank you, Holly. That was a good opener. For those of you who smoke cannabis, I myself cannot. It takes me away from life. I go to any mind-altering, well, not any. I still drink caffeine, and I may or may not microdose psilocybin, but cannabis I obsess over and cannot have it. Now, everyone's different, but it is important to survey your motives and survey consequences of. For me, that's all I was doing. That's all I was doing. Miss Ford says, Freeland, your mom probably wishes she spat you out. Edibles help my brain injuries, PTSD. Lets me sleep deep, Mind's Eye said, which is where healing does its magic. I've talked to people in recovery and alcoholism. People say AA, people say that people will lie to themselves and to others and spread rumors about AA and said they don't want you in there if you smoke weed. That's false. They don't even talk about it. That's just your alcoholism trying to get you to stay out of the rooms. I had a New York Times, and call in, Noah. Now's your chance, buddy. Or anybody else. Whoever, first come, first serve. If you want to be famous, if you want to be on the internet, it's a good anonymous way with no face. Although it does announce your name. I guess I could work on that. But it doesn't announce your address or anything. I mean, who cares what your name is, really? That's another thing I learned. I would be early in sobriety. I would be complaining to my sponsor. I'm worried about what people think of me. What would they think? What are they saying about me? And my sponsor, having learned this himself, will look at me and just be like, James, you're not that important and you're not that interesting. People aren't walking around thinking about you and talking about you all the time. And I'm like, whoa, that's absolutely right. That's what's called getting your ego right size. That's what's called humility. Maybe they are talking about me, but probably once in a blue moon. And my ego wants to be scared of what they're saying. They better not be saying I'm a small ego. They better not be talking about us, making us look bad. being humble also means you can't control shit. You can't control everything. Your ego wants to control everything. Dean's List says modern weed is definitely addictive in the sense that it is so dopaminergic. All right, here we go. Let's try this. Let me see if I can handle. All
Call
right.
from.
Noah.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hey, what up, Noah?
Hey, what's up, James?
How's it going, man?
It's going good.
What's your day been like? Tell us about yourself.
Well, today was, it was all right. I didn't have anything today. I've been working out and stuff, so it's been good.
Good. That's awesome. How's the sanity? How's the serenity? How is you said you got a sponsor. How's that going?
It's going good. I've been going to a few meetings. I went through an online meeting this morning.
Right. We were just at a meeting talking about starting your day right with the right mindset. And I've learned to, stay away from checking my phone and just go. I post the daily reflections on here every day. And that gets my mindset because it's a mind thing. And we talk about it all the time on here.
Right.
It's a mind thing. So you said you're worried about your parents hearing you?
Yeah, I went outside. I don't know if you can hear. There's like cicadas right now.
Nice. You're open to trying new things and compromising.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah,
sign.
I have been a little bit.
That's a good sign. Did you listen to the stream last night?
Oh, with that one guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Did you notice how the stream was? What in the? Uh-oh. I think he's calling right now. Wait. Are you still there, Noah?
Really? Yeah, I'm still here.
I think it went to voicemail. I wonder, I can't get two people on here, can I? Here, I'm going to try to get two people. Oh, never mind. Never mind. That doesn't look like the same number. Who just called? I'm curious. But did you notice how the stream last night, the topic was how difficult it is to let go of your old ideas to make room for new ones? And then a random person called in and they were so obsessed with their own ideas that they wouldn't even let me start or finish a sentence.
Yeah.
It was a perfect demonstration. And I've been there. I thought my mind was the only place that information came from.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Yeah,
So
some people just, I don't know, some people like arguing too. And I'm not saying that's what Freeland was trying to do, but some people just like arguing.
yeah. I got a bit of that myself, debating. I call it a conversation though, really. But if I'm not careful, I'll get into asserting my will and trying to convince the other person of my ways and shit.
Yeah. I've done that before.
Yeah, it's dangerous. I've been just trying to learn how to sit and listen and really consider.
Yeah. And that's good.
Yeah, it takes so much practice, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
So you say you got a sponsor. Do you guys talk on the phone or meet or anything?
We talk on the phone. I usually go outside and we talk sometimes
That's good.
and talk things over. And he shares some of his experiences.
Man, that's good. Is he familiar with recovery? Has he been sober for a good amount of time? How do you like the guy?
He's good. He's been sober for 6 years.
Oh, very good. Now, time isn't everything, but it does say something. It does say whatever you're doing is working, at least for now.
Yeah.
So that's good. My first sponsor had 1 year, and I picked him for the wrong reasons because I thought I knew everything about how to pick a sponsor, and I wanted this and I wanted that, and I picked him. That guy ended up relapsing, and I don't even know if he's still with us. He was a gun fan, and he was talking about suicide and stuff, so he might not even have made it. But my point is, when I was doing what I wanted in a sponsor, I was picking the wrong ones.
Yeah.
But that's good you got a sponsor, man. Progress, not perfection. Baby steps, new ideas. I've been, just try new ideas like getting a sponsor. Is this the first sponsor you ever had?
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome, man.
I went to the sponsor because I was just getting really sick of obsessing over anything. Like, even like weed,
Yeah. Yeah, addiction. In Alcoholics Anonymous, they talk about alcohol. They have a purpose for that, but I think it applies to addiction. It's a mental obsession and a physical allergy. But the mental obsession is it's what we have to practice, the program to rid ourselves of.
Yeah. This isn't the physical allergy, isn't it? Whenever it triggers that obsession inside your head.
The physical allergy triggers the obsession. Well, it triggers the phenomenon of craving, and the obsession becomes loose. I would say once you take the physical drug into you, the obsession is loose. It's like an uncaged beast. There is no power over it. Before you take the first drink, though, there is an obsession that I've felt. I've felt it so much my hands will start sweating and stuff. Before I'm even drunk, I'll feel intoxicated. But
I've had like the sweaty palms really bad.
yeah, it's nuts. The physical reaction to like a mental craving.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst part.
The obsession. What's that?
The obsessions are the worst part.
The obsession is what?
The worst part about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's where the steps come in, especially for me, at least. The third step, giving my will and my life over to the care of the big G word, which I always hated, and I kind of hate saying it because some people get turned off by the God word.
Yeah.
But I see God as turning it over to anything but me, basically just living life on life's terms. That's what helps me with the obsession is like, whatever I can't handle right now, it's because of how I feel about something. So if I let that go, Colorado Brad says the anticipation of lifting that first glass is hard to resist. Yeah. And that also is where calling your sponsor or calling another alcoholic comes in. You lift they call it 100-pound phone because we don't want to lift it. We don't want to call, but we do it anyway. And it works.
Yeah. I didn't want to call either, but I decided to call.
And that's a good sign too. That's a good sign. You're opening yourself. You're opening yourself and becoming willing to do things that you don't want to do. And if you think about it, it's kind of simple. What we do want to do has gotten us here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, that's great, man. It's good to hear. You sound healthy. You sound good, man.
Yeah. I can't believe, like, all the time, like I'm not insane, but I've purchased some pretty crazy stuff before, and I don't even know why I did it.
Did you say purchased?
Yeah, like Orpheus, fentanyl.
Right.
And I don't even know why I did it. I think it was offered to me. So whatever comes offered to me, I end up doing.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by no doubt Freeland calling in over and over again. He's he's
All
in,
right. Well,
he's insisting his will. But I just want to say that's you say you don't want to do it. Yeah, we don't even. There's been times where I got wasted. I didn't want to do it. That was the obsession. That was the powerlessness. But you are trying new things, progress, not perfection. And if you keep that up, you'll just start to find day by day, you'll just get better and better at recovery and less skilled at relapse.
yeah.
And
Yeah, right. So, the last I had alcohol about 20 hours ago. So I haven't had it since. And I've just been working out, and it's been helping me a little bit.
hell yeah.
Now I went to that AA meeting online this morning. So that helped me a little.
Yep, baby steps. Hopefully you'll one of these days you'll just be like, you know what? I'm going to an in-person meeting.
Yeah, I will.
It's baby steps though, brother. I'm proud of you, bro. I know for a fact from experience that tiny steps every day, one day at a time, just becomes giant. It just becomes giant.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, he said Freeland's trying to call you, so you can have him call if you want.
no, I
See what he
don't.
has to say. You don't? No.
No, he was just. But if you want to get off, I appreciate you calling in, brother, and we're very happy to hear from you. You sound healthy, and I'm just glad I got to hear your voice and that you're just doing these baby steps, man.
Yeah.
That's good news. That's great news.
Yeah, I'm just trying.
Hell yeah. That's all we can do. Progress, not perfection.
Yeah.
One day at a time. I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you.
All right,
And
man.
I'm proud that you make your lives. Because they help me they kind of help me a little.
Good. I never want you to think they're a substitute for AA meetings though, because they're not for
No.
me.
No.
And I'm not going to force you to go to AA meetings, and it's up to you or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's what works for me, and I know it's what works.
Right.
Is your sponsor in the program?
Yeah, he works the 12 steps.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's a good sponsor. I mean, it's my first sponsor, but he seems to be good.
Yeah, bro. I'm so proud of you. That is, dude, what you're doing is something that I didn't do for years. It's something that alcoholics just don't do or addicts, because our mind voice, the committee in our mind, our addiction is so loud with its bright ideas. It's like, fuck that. Don't get a sponsor. You don't need to call him. You don't need a sponsor. You don't need to go to meetings, blah, blah, blah. But dude, that's big. That's huge, bro.
Thank you.
That's huge. I'm glad you're on the right track. Well, I won't keep you for long, man. It took some courage to call into an internet show and say what up. And
Yeah.
I can't get over it. You're going in the right direction, brother.
Yeah, just small steps, but yeah.
Very much so. They add up. Every journey begins with a small step.
Yeah, I guess that's why they call it one day at a time.
Yeah, one day at a time. I never got that. I'm just now getting that. The one day at a time. I'm like, that's just impossible to think one day at a time. I got to stay sober for the rest of my life. I never got it until recently. Somebody picked up 50-year chip, this older lady, and she's like, if I were to I did it one day at a time, and if at any point I would have said I have to stop drinking for the rest of my life, I would have drank. And she also said, these things we can only practice in the current moment. So that makes sense to me too.
And the craziest part about alcohol is that I don't even like it that much, but I do it anyway, and I don't stop.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why, but I keep going to the point where I'm just paranoid. I'm not even really asleep. I'm just paranoid.
Yeah.
I'm just sick of it.
I do know that feeling too. There isn't much alcohol I even liked the taste of, even most beer.
Oh, I do the taste.
And I've drank so much alcohol, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not like ice cream.
No, ice cream is a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to but let's not talk about that. We have somebody that just found out that they're diabetic on the stream today. Oh, and Cindy's on the stream too.
All right. Well, I'm gonna probably get off. I'm starting to get bit out here.
All right, man. Yo, I'm proud of you and good job, and keep it up, man. Just keep coming back.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll be back on live. I'm just gonna end the call.
All right, brother. Later.
Yeah.
All right, with baby steps getting better at this phone-in thing. It's now on Do Not Disturb because I know that Freeland is about to call, no doubt. So now I just turned Do Not Disturb off. If anyone would like to call in before Freeland can call in and tell us how to live life, he's no doubt gonna call in and tell us how to live life. Here's somebody.
Call from
Carl.
Hello.
Hey man, how's it going, guy?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Is this live chat?
You are live on the Sober James podcast live stream.
Oh, cool, man. Cool.
What'd you say your name was?
Carl from Louisiana.
Hey, what's up, Carl?
Not much, man. Just doing a 24-hour thing. Been sober 4.5 years, and just had had some cravings today, man. The obsession, I guess. It's weird.
You had some crazy thing recently, you said?
No, I had some cravings today.
Today? Oh, if you could turn down your whatever you're watching, I can kind of hear it in the background. It's
Okay, cool. Got it.
But you said you had a crazy day today?
Cravings.
Oh, cravings today after 4 years. That's something you can
nuts,
share your
man.
experience with.
I got dental surgery coming up next week, and I had broke my jaw. I hadn't drank for 17.5 years. I broke my jaw, and about 6 years ago, and then I started drinking again, and because I just got so much anxiety from the surgery, and then so I got surgery again next week, and I'm just fucking tripping on it, you know?
Yeah, sweating it. Me and Noah were just talking about one day at a time. My sponsor says it helps with this kind of thing too. He said when he first got sober, he was worried about what he was going to do at his daughter's wedding when everyone was drinking. And his sponsor said, well, your daughter's 10 years old, number one. And number two, let's just work on getting you invited to the wedding.
This is true.
So with practice, maybe you can work on your stress by realizing that it's just for today that you have to worry about.
Hey, man, I've been watching your videos for quite a while.
Yeah,
To help
Carl.
me get sober. Yes.
Yeah, Carl with a K or a C?
K.
I think I've seen some of your comments.
I just my first time commenting today.
Oh, okay.
I've been watching. I never commented before, but I just was reaching out to you, man. I'm having a tough day. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Tough day.
Almost went to the store and got alcohol. Just I I didn't want to do pain pills, so I just, you know, I'm scared of taking those if I was addictive. So anyway, just, you know how your mind gets, you get in your own mind, you go freaking nuts.
Oh yeah, that is the problem. We get in our mind and we go nuts. A disease of the mind, they call it, an obsession. They say, stay out of your mind. It's a bad neighborhood.
Yep. Do you ever get cravings every once in a while or think about it?
Well, 8 months I've been going to meetings every day, and I say this with complete honesty, no, I haven't. But the other day when I lost my, this past couple weeks, I lost monetization for the channel and also a zoo security job that I liked. And I was so vexed and disagreeing with reality and fighting life on life's terms that I couldn't help myself. I went and got a nicotine vape, which I have been trying to quit forever. So that was a sign to me that I wasn't practicing the principles and I was trying to medicate myself. But no, I haven't had a craving for booze. Actually, today in the meeting, like an hour ago, somebody was talking about how they used to live. This older guy was talking about how he would wake up with a mini bottle of scotch. And that was the closest I came to, like, because I started thinking about it. I started thinking about the scotch.
Is that what you used to drink? Or?
That's what, well, no, I drank my drink of choice was more. My drink of choice was just more. So I didn't really,
more of it.
I didn't really care what I was drinking. But no, the cravings, now I don't have 4 years. I have had 4 years before. And, but you're talking about an actual physical craving.
Well, I guess obsession. You know, just thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, man, you know, thinking about, I used to drink beer.
Yeah.
And it never was a problem until it was, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like once I started drinking every day, I went nuts, man. I went fucking nuts.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
So you go to an online meeting every day or in person or?
In person, the online meetings, I will. I haven't been to one in a while. And they're not as therapeutic for me.
No, me neither. They don't work that well.
Part of the healing process in recovery, I think, is connection and a reintroduction back into, you know, like the human race with socializing and stuff. So
yeah, I thought I was special. I didn't realize everybody isolated like I did when I was drinking hard.
Yeah, that's what I said to my sponsor is, hey, I was talking about my problems, how I felt shy and fearful of people and how I always think they're thinking, and he's like, well, you're not special. Your problems are not special. All of us humans feel this way. It's the human condition. And that was one of my introductions to humility was, I think I'm way too special. I think my problems are worse. You wouldn't even understand my problems, man. Like I know, and they'll say, whoever I'm talking to will be like, oh, I went through that. And I'll be like, well, mine's different though.
Yeah, it definitely is a destroyer of lives, man. And for a long time, you know, for about 2 or 3 years, I hated alcohol, and I started preaching people, you know, don't drink, and it's like I realized it. Most people can handle it, you know.
Yeah. Are you worried about the opiates they're going to offer you, or are you actually thinking about drinking?
Oh no, I'm drinking. I'm just worried about drinking again.
Yeah. And you say you do go to meetings?
I do. Mostly in person. I hadn't been doing it every day, but I've been doing like 3 or 4 days a week, you know?
Well, that's good. That's awesome. What I would do, literally, me, if it hits me and I'm thinking about it, I would just bring this up at the meeting. You know how sometimes they say, does anyone have, you know,
Yep.
a topic, if you're thinking about picking up a drink, that's what it's there for. And I would just blurt it out, and I would guarantee by that meeting you will feel, so much better afterwards.
You're right. When I share, I do, man. Most time I just kind of sit in the corner. I don't know who I thought I was, because I'm a successful business person, all the good shit I got, altar boy, Eagle Scout, MBA, but all that didn't mean anything, And it was my spirituality that really drove me down, man. Just or lack thereof. Now thinking about it, because whenever I became less spiritual and the alcohol makes us do weird shit sexually, just wasn't a good altar boy at that point in my life, and worse than God, the more I drank,
Yeah, I do, and we become powerless over it. I'll tell you.
What kind of work you did before you got in that accident and stuff?
Well, I've been an electrician. I've also built BMWs at a manufacturing plant.
Mm-hmm.
I've done really all kinds of stuff. I've watched dogs, had a dog boarding business, but mostly electrician. But I wasn't a very good electrician. I do want to bring this up. Tina is going through some stuff right now, and I want to take this as an opportunity to remind you of another tool you probably know about. When we are worried, when we are upset, when we're all in our head about something, helping another person is also another way to get out of that.
True.
And I do know what you're saying about sitting way in the back in AA meetings. They call that relapse row. And I've been there. I've sat way back in the dark and just not said anything and all that. That's where courage comes in. You don't want to speak up. You don't want to expose yourself, but you do the next right thing, and the next right thing happens. I think. I don't mean to pry or anything, but if you have a sponsor, I would talk to him and see, because usually I'll call my sponsor, and within a couple sentences, he'll just talk me out of it. Not out of drinking, but just out of what I'm feeling. And
my sponsor relapsed and actually died about a month and a half ago, man.
Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was kind of messed up. Kind of thought I was responsible, in a way, which is the me part of alcoholism, but.
Right. No, you're not. Alcoholism is responsible.
Crazy that we even drink, huh?
Yes. It's literally, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And that's drinking for the alcoholic.
Yep. So what's the longest continuing sobriety you have?
I was going on 8 years before May 23rd of 2023. So,
what happened, man? What was the trigger?
Well, I had stopped going to AA for 3 years, and I was smoking weed, and I had lost from not going to AA. I had lost the ability to distinguish lies from truth in my own head. So, in my words, my alcoholism had gotten back to a state of dominance in my head, and it started lying to me. And I was so miserable, the committee going on in my head, that I was just like, you know what? I may be powerless over alcohol, but I'm going to drink anyway because I'm miserable. And I drank for like almost 6 months until November 30th. And now I'm going on 8 months free and clear. I've learned that time isn't pinnacle. It isn't. The only reason I celebrate time is because AA is one of my higher powers. It's just a power greater than me that I recognize. So I listen regardless of whether I agree with it or not. I happen to be going through something right now where I think that when when they celebrate chips and there's a bunch of clapping and stuff for the person who now has 9 months or a year or 3 years or 10 years, that may send the wrong message to the newcomer. So I'm watching a lot of, not a lot, but like there's newcomers that come in and they just want the chip. You know what I mean? Their goal is the chip. And I just know that is, without the program, you're not going to get the chip. And
Right.
Without practicing the program. So I'm like, I'm going through that, but at the same time, I'm like, AA is a power greater than me and my alcoholism and my ideas and my thoughts. So I'm not going to try to change AA. You know what I mean? I just try to remind people that the chips, they represent time, not necessarily progress. But I swear some people are just all about the chips and they keep relapsing. They keep trying to get a year. And that's the goal, but like it's hard to fathom. But yeah, I have 8 months now. But I'm better than I think recovery is also progressive as well as addiction. Right. I've been in and out of the rooms for damn near 15 years, and I've taken some stuff and I've left some stuff. And this time I realized I got to take it all. And I had to get the God thing as well. And that was the final piece. So I said that to say this. I'm better at 8 months now than I was at 8 years. You know what I mean?
Yep. Man, I love you, dude. I appreciate your story because, I was just feeling weak and not worth a shit, basically, and you, because I idolize you, man. I've been keeping up with your story for like the last 6 years, and
yeah,
just you seem like it's such a rock,
Yeah, that's the ego. A lot of people think the ego, a person with an out of control ego, will just think they're awesome all the time. That's not true. The ego is totally fearful of losing status all the time. So it's your self-will and your ego that's talking you into thinking you're a piece of shit. It's not true. You're a human. You're experiencing the human condition. Your ego's telling you you're special. You got a special type of pain here, and you're just different. And that's where humility comes in. I'm not Superman, and I'm also not the scum of the earth. I'm just a human.
Yep.
And we feel
how long do you do your show? Just on Friday, or?
It's been going on an hour and a half recently. I do want to address something I'm seeing in the comments, though, and maybe you can help me out in the comments. Tina wants to know, will a sponsor judge her? Everyone is always low-key judging her old ass, she says. And the first thing I have to say about this is we think they're judging us most of the time because our ego is telling us that they're judging us, but really they're not. And also a sponsor is someone that's went through what you're going through. So ideally you pick a sponsor that was like you are now, meaning you're scared to get a sponsor. So you listen for someone that was scared to get a sponsor, and they have what you want. They currently have what you want, which is ideally is peace, serenity, happiness, and definitely freedom from booze. So I picked a sponsor. I was an agnostic. I didn't quite believe the whole God thing. And I picked a sponsor who was a straight up an atheist 13 years ago. And he was too smart for the program. He didn't like any of the things they did. And now he's the most humble, serving, kind, and you can tell he practices the principles. So I picked him because I wanted him to explain to me how he got over his strong ass beliefs about God not existing. And he told me. He asked me, do you think you're God? And I said, no. He said, well, stop treating your ideas like they're godly. And then he said, have you ever prayed for the willingness to believe in God? And I said, no. And he said, give that a try. And then he said, if you were to believe in God, what would it look like to you? And I told him what I think God would be or possibly is. And he said, all right, well, go with that for now, and more will be revealed. So that's how I now accepted God and handing my will over to the God of my understanding, which essentially I don't understand it. I don't have a picture of it. I don't, but that, because I'm able to do that, because I made that leap of faith, that was that. So Tina, if you're listening, you listen for somebody in the rooms that was scared of being judged by their sponsor and scared of being judged by everybody, but now has sobriety and isn't scared. And you go and you explain to them how you're scared of being judged, and I want what you have. How come you're not scared of being judged now? That's what I would do.
Yeah, and most of them aren't going to. We judge ourselves harder than anybody else will. So.
Right. That is definitely some wisdom right there. We're our own worst enemy. I mean, I used to listen to the songs about it and like spiritual writings about how I am my own worst enemy. And, I kind of got it, but I get it 100% now. We can't let our self-will elevate our ideas to the point of like God. We can't let our ego tell us our ideas are the only ideas. Don't even listen to anybody else. And we got to drop it and hand our ideas and hand our will over to the care of basically just life on life's terms.
Yes, when I first sobered up, I would listen to Black Sabbath, just to kind of scourge myself, just thinking that, just keep on reliving all the crap I'd done.
Yeah.
All the way back to, 8 years old, but it's just not healthy.
Oh, yeah. And one of the promises, I'm sure you're familiar with it, one of the promises is when we work the steps and after we have the spiritual awakening as a result of the 12 steps, we will no longer regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it.
Yep.
So I do want to say before I forget, whenever I'm feeling messed up and like you're saying you're feeling now about your surgery coming up and how you're thinking about booze and stuff, I always go back to what in the 12 steps am I not practicing? And it usually for me it's not accepting life on life's terms. The third step is handing my will and life over to the care of God. So sometimes I'm so messed up in my head, I got to just be like, God, I need help. I really can't do anything about it right now. Please, I'm just handing my shit over to you. Just help me. And then I trust. And then I make a leap of faith and trust that it's going to work out. And that shit's been working. I think I might have a job at the postal office, to be honest.
Really?
There's a lack of stress because I'm trusting in God, and that allows me to go through the arduous task of like uploading my DD-214 and all this stuff they're asking for. And then the committee in my head, if I'm not trusting in God, the committee will talk me out of going through with the application process. It'll give me reasons, my fear, it'll give me reasons to not even set up my computer. It'll just be like, you know what, you're not going to get that job. You haven't held a job for 5 years. So they're not going to take you. I may get it, I may not. I'm also going to accept it if I don't get it and move on. But my point is, through exercising the third step, especially for me, I was able to fill out the application, upload all the documents, get somewhere, and I might be getting an interview soon, which my fear told me that wasn't even going to happen.
I noticed you said you had a DD-214. What branch you served in?
Navy.
Oh, cool. You did 4 years?
Yeah, 2002 to 2006.
Cool deal, man. I was ROTC in the Army.
Oh, right on. That's recruitment, isn't it?
ROTC, I was a reserve officer training.
Oh,
so
right
I got
on.
out, did my time, did 7 years, and got out as a first lieutenant.
Well, hold on. Tina, don't leave. if you can stay, Tina, and I'll talk to you if you want to call in or stay for a minute. Tina's
Dude, I'm gonna
going.
let you go,
Tina
man. I
Hinkle is.
appreciate you so much.
Yeah, brother. My suggestion is, and it's just a suggestion. I'm not telling you what to do, but what would help me is talk to my sponsor and figure out what part of the program I'm not working, and that's been fixing me right up, man.
Cool.
And
Okay, man. Thank you much.
yeah, brother. Thanks for calling in, and I hope to see you around, Carl.
Okay, man. Be good. Bye.
Yeah, later. Tina, I've been trying to follow. You're going through some stuff. Let me read back these comments. I don't know if you're still there. I hope you are. But God's will be done if you aren't. Tina, I was so devastated. I felt like if he loved me enough, he would stop. He never did. I always said that I would never be like him. Here I am. Hey, Cindy. Tell me how irrational that sounds. Things are bad right now, Tina. This too shall pass. One of the things I was just talking about with Carl is the third step of AA. And I know you're resistant on AA right now, but hear me out. It's handing your life and will over to the care of God as you understand him. Now, I don't know if you believe in God. It's definitely a head start if you do. But I didn't. And until I was willing to make a leap of faith and just give my will over, I was stressed every day. And I'm telling you, as soon as you practice this step, basically letting go of your wants, needs, fears, desires, let them go. Say, life on life's terms, it is what it is. This too shall pass. I'm going to do the best I can and the next right thing. And I'm telling you, 50 to 75% of my anxiety and depression went out the window, the car window. I remember where I was when I first exercised that philosophy. Yeah, you can share your story, Noah. I'd talk to your sponsor about it. See what he says. But, it's not like you're sharing your story on the Joe Rogan podcast or, Alex Hernandez, drinking every day, can't stop at all. Shit's hard. If you want to call in, anybody, I'm going to take the do not disturb thing off. And if Tina or anybody wants to call in, I'm going to try to, this is one of, I've done this a couple times, have call-ins, but I'm practicing reading the comments as well. I regret. All right, here's someone.
Call from
Shades.
Hey, what's up, Shades of Clarity?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Not much. Thanks for calling in. I'm going to try to read the comments as well. But how's your day been?
Yeah, good, man, good. You're such a handsome devil.
What's that?
I said you're such a handsome devil.
Well, so are you, son.
No, you don't know what I look like.
Shades?
No, anyway.
I know what you look like.
Yeah. No, I know. I hope everybody's doing well. Now, I got a video coming out. I took a walk this morning, kind of changing up my game plan in the mornings. I'm not much of a walker, but I went took a walk and just vlogged. I hadn't uploaded anything yet, but I just figured I'd call, see how you were doing, see how everybody was doing.
Well, remember with the YouTube thing, man, we are human beings, not human doings. So don't stress yourself out, man. I know what burnout can do on YouTube. So don't stress yourself out too much. God's will be
Oh,
done.
I'm not burned out. I haven't gotten around to like uploading or anything, and sometimes it's like, well, do I really enjoy doing all this? And I mean, I do, because it's one way for me to keep myself straight. I just picked up I think I got 33 days now since that last relapse. Back in AA, searching for a sponsor, doing what I need to be doing.
Well, good for you. Alex Hernandez says drinking every day can't stop at all. Shit's hard. Do you have any experience, strength, and hope to share with Alex on that topic?
He says, is he currently drinking?
It sounds like it.
Well, I mean, I would just, this because of Carl too, he's going into surgery. It would probably not be a good idea for him to be loaded when he goes in there. And
I don't know if Alex is. I don't know if Alex is. That was Carl. Yeah.
But if he's still, I'm not giving medical advice, but if he's still watching the stream, it would probably be a good idea, even if he's in the hospital, he could sober up during that period while he's in there.
Yeah.
It'd be a good. But Alex, I don't. It's a bitch, man. It's hard. I mean, I got caught in just the stop, start, wash, rinse, repeat.
He said he tried to taper down but can't. I know for a fact that tapering down for the alcoholic doesn't work. There has to be Alex, the very first step is an important one, whether you're in AA or not. There's a fact for alcoholics. We are powerless over alcohol. I have tried to taper down so many times, and it just turns into benders. It just turns into another bender. It has to be a supervised taper. It has to be a supervised taper for me. That means detox. And that means you won't have access to alcohol. They'll give you benzos. Alex, I don't know if you have medical insurance, but with a Google search or two, you might be able to find urgent care or some kind of detox entry program.
And sometimes if you're not too bad off, they may, write you a small script of something, It's a good idea to always consult your doctor before you just up and quit. I mean, this last relapse I was on, before I went into that formal detox, I switched over to beer, and it didn't do anything. I mean, I just ended up drunk. I was drunk when I got there.
Yeah, you just drink more beer. If you try switching from liquor to beer, you just drink more beer. So it's powerlessness. It really is. You can take, alcoholics' words for it, or you can try it yourself, which, isn't a good idea because it is true. We're powerless over alcohol. The alcoholic cannot taper down his or herself, especially. Alex said he's gotten deliriums before. So, Alex, have you ever been to medically supervised detox? That is what you need, because the first thing you have to do is stop drinking. And medical detox is the way to do it, especially if you've had deliriums before, delirium tremens. Would you agree?
I'm not in front of the
Shades?
Has he had any auditory hallucinations, tactile hallucinations, anything like that?
Yeah, he said he's gone through delirium tremens before, and he said he hasn't tried medical detox. So, Alex, here's the deal. This is what I would say to myself. I would say I haven't been able to stop drinking. It's pretty good proof that I'm powerless over alcohol. I need some medically supervised detox. So I would do baby steps, Alex, on like right now, or right now is the best time to start a nice casual search on detoxes near me. You don't have to commit and go tonight, but you just start researching, and before you know it, you're on the line with somebody who says, we got a bed open for you if you want to come. I would start with baby steps, just a nice casual research that you've never done before. If you've done some research, open up the tab again and just dive deeper, because there's one thing for sure. You said it yourself. You just can't stop. That's what detox is for, brother.
Yeah, look at the first step, not the whole staircase.
Right. The first thing you need to do is learn a little something about if there's even detoxes around you, which there probably is. He's been drinking since he was 16 and he's 24. All right, you got the benefit of having youthful regenerative cells. Your body's will bounce back faster than if you were 44 or 54. So you got a little head start. I would just take the very simple, very small first baby step and start, lightly researching detoxes near you. Because here's the thing, you already said it, you can't stop. You just can't stop. That's alcoholism. The phenomenon of craving has taken hold. The obsession is there. It's a disease. We think we can. Our will, our ego wants to tell us, you know what? I'll just get a 12 instead of a 24. But before you know it, you're driving drunk to get another 12. So you said it yourself, you just can't stop. I would do something different to get different results. Keep doing what you're doing to get the same results. That's basically the philosophy here. So a very small thing you can do different is just start getting familiar with detoxes near you. Maybe even call one. You know what I mean, Alex? Do you agree with that, Shades?
Yes, I mean, I've had to go to the emergency rooms around here. They don't really look, they sort of, I don't want to say disregard you when you're in there, but usually if you go in there for acute alcohol withdrawal, they're gonna at least get a social worker in there a lot of times that will direct you and show you what's available.
Right. Bonnie said
if it comes down to that.
Bonnie just reminded us that sometimes you just got to go to the ER and worry about the bill later. Sometimes you got to pay for it on credit. Sometimes you got to ask. In my case, maybe it was my uncle, and my uncle paid for a detox one time. Sometimes you got to go to the ER and just be like, I can't do it, and just throw yourself on the gurney and just be like, I can't do it. Please help me. When I went to the ER for my previous back in November, I went to the ER 2 days in a row, and that's what you got. That's sometimes what you got to do. You go to the ER, you say, I'm an alcoholic, I can't stop drinking. They'll be like, oh, word, we got a routine for this. Let's get this guy this pamphlet. Let's hook him up with this detox. Let's do this. Let's do that. So that's another good point.
Well, James, I'm gonna let you go. I just figured I'd check in and everything. I hope Carl does well. I hope Alex does well. I hope everybody on this chat does well.
Well, congrats on your 33 days, man. It is. Well, I know you're not just doing it for the time. You're not just doing it for the chip.
Nope.
I'm
tired, man.
Yeah, you want that happiness, joyousness, and freedom from obsession.
Yes, sir. But I'll talk to you later, man, and everybody. You'll see me around.
All right, keep doing what you're doing, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Later.
Shades of clarity. 33 days sober. He must be doing something right. Alex, we can't stop on our own. No human power can relieve us of our alcoholism. Maybe God has brought you to this stream where I say detox is the answer. Shades says detox is the answer. Bonnie said if you're out of luck and you can't even focus on the computer screen, take your ass to the emergency room. If you can't drive, I had a friend from AA bring me. I had my dad bring me. Sometimes it takes just getting to the ER. Because look, it's an emergency. An alcoholic will drink himself to death. And not on his own will either. It will be alcoholism. The obsession, the phenomenon of craving. All right, I'm gonna if you guys want to call, just send me a message on the screen and I'll turn off the do not disturb. But I want to concentrate on Alex and Tina right now. Thank you for talking to Tina, everybody, while I was taking a call. And Alex, this is your sign. This is your sign. This is your fork in the road. If you want what you got right now, keep doing what you're doing. If you want something different, do something different. That something is make it to detox at all costs. I don't know if you have any AA connections or somebody who wants you to be sober, which is usually everybody in our life by the time we're drinking and puking and stuff. If you want, you can write your zip code. I'll look up some detoxes for you. Right here on the stream, and we all can team in. We all can put our minds together. It's hard to concentrate when you're in the grips, when you've been drunk for so long. I know this. It seems like evil forces are trying to stop you from getting where you need to go. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. All right, let's go out. Rain. Buddy. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's pouring rain. They don't want to go out. My dogs don't want to go out anymore. Yeah, Alex, I've been where you are. It seems like it's hopeless. I've been to 7 different detoxes. Well, not 7. I've been to the same detox about 4 times in New York. I've been to one in Fort Lauderdale. I've been to one in California. That's how much I needed it. I took whatever I could to get to where I was going. The facts are this: alcohol has you by the cojones, brother. And that's what alcoholism is. We are powerless over it. The power of me and the people on this stream, and essentially God, is with you tonight. And the idea of detox has entered your brain. If you have to, write it down. And if you have to, but here's something that might cheer you up. You have to be drunk to get admitted into detox, or at least in the state of New York, you do. And also, they're going to give you benzodiazepines. You will feel better. Detox is a nice. I love detox, to be honest. I was looking for jobs at detox because I'm so comfortable in there. But there's food there. There's benzodiazepines, which just makes you feel so nice. And you don't have them in your house, so you're not going to just like break them up and snort them. They're going to be nurses taking care of you. Detox, detox, detox. Hold on, Chingadurez. I'm trying to get Alex to at least research detoxes, or get it up in your search memory, or get it down on some paper. Detox, detox, detox. Alex, you're looking for an answer? That's your answer right now. Medically supervised detox. Whatever it takes. You get yourself in there on credit. You get yourself in there and pay the bill later. You got to get to detox. Then, well, you don't even worry about then. You get to detox. If you can't stop drinking, you get to detox. There's also more mobile crisis in North Carolina. I was just doing Google searches, drunk, double vision, one eye closed, looking at the computer screen, dialing random numbers. That's what it takes. You do whatever it takes to get help. You cannot do it on your own. If you if you don't believe the tiny voice in your head that says I can't do this on my own, listen to me and everybody on the stream. The alcoholic cannot help himself at certain times. Powerlessness is a real thing. There's the AA helpline as well. AA.org. I'll put it on the screen right now. Just click on this link. Alex, just click on AA.org or go to AA.org, or it'll have the AA helpline will pop up. I can actually put the number right now. The cool part about the understanding of alcoholism here we go. Alcoholics Anonymous helpline. If you go to AA.org, right on the very first part, an AA meeting near you, you could go to an AA meeting, but you would need a ride. But let me try to get you the AA helpline. If it's hard for me to find right now, I know it would be hard for me to find if I was blind drunk. And this is where help comes in. This is where community comes in. Because you're powerless, brother. It's not because you're a weak person. It's because alcohol has power over us. I don't want American Airlines. I want Alcoholics Anonymous. They're close right now, but where I'm at, brother, true alcohol got me by the balls. I know it does, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. You just need a hand right now. If you look up, if you can, or if you have access to a computer, just look up AA.org. Miss Ford, that might be, is that the AA helpline? Because that might be a suicide prevention hotline or whatever. The last thing you need to do is get on a rabbit hole of going down the wrong numbers. We want to get you the direct number. Holly, is that the number for AA helpline? Look up rehab centers in your area and state. That's another rabbit hole, Tramiel, and it's even harder to navigate when you're drunk. If you do that, you're going to get a bunch of commercials. They're going to be like, come here, come here, come here. And they're going to do it in a language that you think you're getting help, but really you're just getting another bill to pay. Detox. And then in detox is when you start talking about the right rehab or AA. But if I can't navigate, dude, rehabs are $1 billion a year business. So looking up rehabs, especially if you're blind drunk, it can be hazardous. What you want is AA. Alcoholics Anonymous does not want your money. They don't want anything but to help you get sober and to remain sober themselves. So we need an Alcoholics Anonymous helpline for your area. For instance, one of my previous sponsors used to, basically service work is you get the helpline forwarded to your phone. You'll be in touch with another sober alcoholic, which And you can tell them your area and you can. Tramiel's got a good point. You can go to the ER. My point, though, Alex, is you said it yourself, and we all know it to be true. There is no stopping. The alcoholic has no power over alcohol. You need help right now. That's why help exists. That's why AA exists. Well, Michael, that's what they used to do before AA was founded. They used to throw us alcoholics in the insane asylum because they don't know what the hell's wrong with us. We keep drinking. But we now know it's alcoholism. So, you are taking the first step by reaching out. And, you know, I can't force my advice on you. But here's what you need to do, Alex. And write this down or do it as soon as we end this stream in about 5 minutes. Detox. Google search or go to aa.org and find the AA helpline and follow everything that they advise for you. They will find you a detox and everything. They don't want your money. You can even tell them, I don't even have any money right now. What are the options? And they will find it for you. I know this to be true. The Everything AA app is an awesome app. I got it right here. Let me see if it can help us. What we want for Alex right now is an easy one phone number to call. When I was super drunk, doing a Google search was damn near impossible. So what we want is to make it very simple for him. So essentially, Alex, can you put your zip code up on the screen? Your 5-digit zip code. And I will search for an answer in that zip code and get you a number to call before we wrap this stream up. So basically all you got to do is give me your zip code. But I feel your pain, Alex. I feel your pain, Tina. 48146. Hey Siri, what is the AA helpline in zip code 48146? Nope, that's AAA. Okay, I'm going to go to aa.org and enter your zip code. Oh, there's a chat. aa.org also has a chat open. So I have a chat right now. We kind of want a phone number to give you. Dude, if you go to aa.org, oh, that's Australia. Fuck you. Sorry, that's what I've been telling inanimate objects that don't do what I want them around my house. aa.org. Here is the Find AA Near You box 48146. All right, I got it. 24-hour answering service. Here is your... Wait a second. No, that's 300 miles. We don't want that. Are you near Detroit, Alex? Cindy, that's another good answer. When it gets really bad, ER. You go to ER, you say, I'm an alcoholic and I can't stop drinking and I can't do anything for myself. You are near Detroit? All right, here's a phone number. Write this down. Wait. Well, you're near Ontario, too. Here's a 24-hour answering service in Ontario. 519, I'll just type it down. I'll just type it in. It's 518. 518. Oh, shit. Hold on. 519-256-9975. 519-256-9975. 519-256. 519-256-9975. 519-256. 9975. 9975. You can call them. They'll get you been to detox half a dozen times, Michael said. Jamil, yes, then you need to check yourself into the hospital. So, Alex, here's what the deal is. You can't stop drinking. You have a desire to stop drinking. That is the only requirement for Alcoholics Anonymous. Don't worry about AA right now. What you need is detox. The number I just put down is Ontario 24-hour helpline. It's from the AA website, so I trust it completely. They're not going to try to sell you anything. And if they do, hang up on them. Detroit. Oh, here's the helpline for Detroit. This is Detroit and Wayne County office. The helpline is, I got it right here. You can try these numbers. There's the Detroit helpline. So, Alex, here's what I can do for you tonight. I got you 2 numbers near you that should be 24-hour AA helplines. As soon as you get an AA member on the phone, you're home free. Alcoholics help other alcoholics because it helps them. Helping you get sober is helping me. It's restoring my self-esteem by doing an esteemable thing. It's contributing back to what took so much from me. So anyway, that's how that works. But there's your numbers. You don't have to look it up. But if you do have the wherewithal, just remember, detox, detox, detox. Then you can figure it. When you got it 24 hours behind you and you're eating good and you got the banana bag and the nicotine patch on and there's pretty nurses taking care of you and you got the benzos running through you, then you can have the wherewithal to be like, all right, my next step. And if you get in touch with AA right now, they'll walk you through it, brother. Well, that was a good stream. I could feel it. I hope that helps, Alex. Sometimes it feels, Holly, I'm reading your comments. Sometimes it feels like the devil is real and he's preventing you from getting sober. That's how powerful it is. Well, to get out of my own head, helping people helps me. It helps me get out of my own head. You know what I mean? If I wasn't on this stream right now, most likely I'd be on the couch worrying about something about me. Me. When am I going to get this post office job? When am I going to get a life? When am I going to get a girlfriend? Why are my dogs itching so much? Me. By helping you, it's been an hour and a half. I haven't been thinking of myself. That's how that works. Self-will run riot is how we drink. And I haven't drank in an hour and a half, and that's how that works. Have a great night, Tramil. Thanks for your help. Picnic, AA picnic Saturday morning sounds awesome. Cooking, doing service work too sounds awesome. You definitely won't be drinking for at least tomorrow morning. And I know you're farther than that, but that's kind of how that works too. Snowstorm. Oh yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, Miss Ford. You got to do what you got to do. My cousin didn't want detox and some of them, ran out with his ass hanging out in a hospital robe in the snow. All right, Shades. Thanks for calling in, buddy. And if you got value out of this stream, do me a favor, get a thumbs up on there and share it with someone you love. If you didn't get value, hit it with a thumbs down and share it with somebody you hate. Cindy, it's good to see you. Live and direct, as the hip hop artists say. Live and direct. See, I feel good. I feel great. I feel great now. And that's how the alcoholic doesn't usually feel great unless he's drinking or working the program. And I was just working the program by helping other alcoholics, and I feel great. And that's how that works. Ain't no goddamn way I'm going to the liquor store anytime soon. I've been working the program every day, and every day I've been light years away from the liquor store. I don't even see them anymore, and I pass by them every day, no doubt. Thank you, Michael. I'm going to start opening the phone lines during the streams. I may stream tomorrow, I may not. I've been taking Saturdays and Sundays off because burnout is a real thing. And I think the streams become fresher if I'm not doing them every single day, 7 days a week. So I have been taking, because I started working, I have been taking Saturdays and Sundays off. But you can comment on the streams retroactively, and I will get the comments. And if you need me, throw up the SJ signal into the clouds or the comments on a video, and I will be there. The SJ signal, the sober signal. We gotta get a SJ symbol to cast on the clouds at night. That's how I feel right now. I feel like, I'm a Superman. I feel like I'm Batman. I'm sober man. Sober man. Let's get this man to detox. Alex, I feel for you. I know how frustrating it can be. You need help. It's not because you're weak. It's because you have a disease called alcoholism, and it will kill you without help. Now that that's in your head, I can sleep tonight. All right, y'all. Good stream. Thank you for being here for me. And I'm glad I could be here for you. If I don't see you tomorrow or the next day, I will see you Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and every weeknight at 9 p.m. Eastern time with Addiction Recovery. And now, a live call-in Skimbly Bimbers. And yes, I would be willing. The only reason I put Freeland in timeout is because he's out of control, drunk, and obnoxious. He has no desire to stop drinking. That's the only requirement to receive help. And Alcoholics Anonymous, The only requirement is a desire to stop drinking. If you don't have that, and you don't have a desire to let go of your own ideas, I'm sorry, but I can't help you right now. Alex, you want help and you're open to ideas, you just got help, buddy. Yeah, I got about 5 or 6 voicemails from Freeland, and I swear to God, he puts together drunk-ass sentences that I don't even understand what he's talking about. But that's just drunk Freeland. If he was willing to let go of his own ideas and accept help to get sober, I'm sure we would meet a completely different Freeland. That was yours truly. You're looking at somebody that done that. I meet hundreds of alcoholics a week, thousands a year in the rooms of AA, and these are some of the most beautiful people you will ever meet, and they'll tell you a story that will just be like, what? That was you? They'll be like, yeah, I set fire to a building and went to jail, then set fire to my cell, and that was me. And you're looking at this person and you're like, really, Martha? 74-year-old woman? All right, y'all. I'll see you next time on the stream, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, weeknights. And sometimes I get a bug up my ass and I'll do it anyway on a Saturday or Sunday. So keep your ears and eyes open. And until then, keep it clean, keep it real, keep doing the damn thing. As long as the damn thing is the truth. Peace.